And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. NASCAR Heat 5 career mode action for the Circuit City 250 at the Iowa Speedway is coming your way here tonight as we are back in action. Might have to adjust the audio here for a second. No, we're good. Okay, audio's looking good. Never mind. Trevor Grimes, welcome to the stream. Welcome everybody on into this one. Back for the first time on NASCAR Heat 5 or any NASCAR video game since Thursday night last week. Went to Charlotte this weekend for the Coke 600. Really sorry I did not get a predictions video out like I had originally planned to do. The Wi-Fi at the hotel, I don't even know if it was good or bad. I didn't really get much of a chance to check it. I've got a wild and crazy story to tell about the entire trip. Might have a little bit of an extra long episode tomorrow of the NASCAR Fantasy Podcast where we'll talk all things Coke 600 and Indy 500. I will spoil, I did predict the race correctly. You guys don't have much proof of that, but if you look on my fantasy team and click on my team that I had from yesterday, then you will see that I predicted Kyle Larson to win. So I did predict the correct winner for the first time this season, but we'll get into all of that talk tomorrow. I really want to save it. I'm going to go in detail, not only with the race, but the full trip, because it was crazy, both good and bad. It was crazy, the trip leading up to it. The race, I had a great time, but it was a wild journey on Saturday and then early Sunday. I was in danger of almost missing the race, and I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to spoil anything too much because I don't want to prolong this race any more than what I have to. I just got home like an hour ago, and I do have to work tomorrow, so I don't want to talk too much into too much detail of it. But short answer, yes, I did enjoy the race. And another short answer is tune into the NASCAR Fantasy Podcast tomorrow on the channel. It will be live streamed, and I don't know exactly what time we're going to start it. I'm not golfing tomorrow after work, but I do have to drop my rental car off, so we'll probably start that live stream right around 6 to 7 o'clock. We'll do that for about an hour as well. Michael Turner, DJI on YouTube, Stephen Curry, Kyle Larson fan, DB Forever 85. We already mentioned Trevor Grimes, Braden Thompson, Patrick Shadley. Welcome everybody to the stream. Thanks for everybody tuning in, and thanks for your well wishes as well. Qualified 25th for today's race. We've got a few drivers starting at the rear of the field. Might have a doubleheader tonight at Chicagoland as well. We'll just have to wait and see what time this race will get done first. So another reason why I want to hop into this as quickly as we can. Daniel Hemrick will be starting on the pole for this race. Already has one win on the year. Ross Chastain, Alex LeMay, and Austin Cindric will all be starting at the rear. Kyle Larson did win the race. First time I've ever seen Kyle Larson win in person. Thought he was going to win at Dover a couple weeks ago when I went, but he didn't. Now it's going. Green flag back in the air. We're racing again on NASCAR Heat 5, Iowa, NASCAR Xfinity Series on the career mode.
Hold your line there.
Already into the back of Tommy Joe Martins.
Got one peeking inside. Low clear.
We did have qualifying for this race. I tightened the car up a little bit from where I was in qualifying. I felt the car was a little too loose. Might have costed me a couple spots on my qualifying lap. 95 on the engine, 90 on the aero, 90 on the suspension on the short track chassis on the short track here tonight in Iowa. Schneider has been the best driver on tracks that are a mile and less than length. We've only had 3 of them this season that have been 1 mile or shorter racetracks, and he has won them all. Dover, he ended up getting the win there. He also was able to get the win at Bristol and Phoenix. He's got 4 wins on the season total.
Careful, still there.
We have to assume here tonight at Iowa he's going to have a very good shot to get it done once again. Or excuse me, he finished 3rd at Dover.
Inside.
It's been over, not over a week. It's been 5 days since we ran NASCAR Heat 5.
Stay high up here. Still there.
Pardon me,
inside.
stats. Something we do know is that winless streak continues for Chase Briscoe. He's going to lead very early going here in this race, so we'll have to keep an eye on him. It's the 14th race of the season.
Got a carlo now.
14 plus the 32 at the end of last year. It's been 46 races since that last win. 47 if you count this one. Since the last time Chase Briscoe's gone to victory lane in the Xfinity Series.
Inside.
Already 5 likes. Thank you for that as well. Everybody down and watching this, make sure you do hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. On the road to 1,000 subs, on the road to becoming a NASCAR commentator. A lot of videos taken this weekend for my vlog, both at the racetrack before the race itself, as much as I could before the race itself. Showed you guys around the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and got another special video lined up for this week. Not sure exactly when those will be uploaded. I'm guessing probably Thursday is the next day I have off. And on Saturday, I will be going to the Mid-Ohio Motorsports Park for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, so I'll have some more content there as well. Since it's only about an hour, a little over an hour and a half away from where I live.
Still there?
First time I'll be at that racetrack ever, it'll be for the Xfinity race. Already back to 30th.
All right, you're clear there.
So qualifying is a little too loose. He almost seems to be a little tight right now. Made the pass on Josh Bilicki in turns 1 and 2, but Austin Cindric works his way right around him immediately. And he goes back to the top side. 3 wide, just off turn 4 with Chastain, Castle, and LeVay. Austin Cindric. You have a lot more races to go to again this year. So yeah, me too. I'm blessed to have been to 3 Cup races. Again, this weekend, I'm going to go into full detail of why I almost missed the Coke 600. It was just a crazy wild experience. It's something I cannot explain during this live stream. I have to actually sit down in front of the camera and just talk it out, because I mean it is a wild story. So the podcast tomorrow might be closer to an hour and a half versus an hour, but it'll be well worth the listen.
Hold your line, got 1 inside.
Oh, 4 wide! That happened quick. Castle, LeVay, Cindric, and Schneider all 4 wide for turns 3 and 4. Primarily on the exit of the corner. There's still 3 wide into turns 1 and 2. Side by side between Joe Graff Jr. and Keegan Schneider behind those guys.
Still there.
Cindric is not getting through this field very fast. They're about to be 4 wide into turns 1 and 2 again, and they are.
Peeking outside. You got room, you're clear there. Clear all around there.
Yeah, this will only be the second out of, I believe, only 4 Xfinity races I'm going to this year. The only other Xfinity races I plan on going for races the whole weekend would be the Indy Road Course in Bristol later this season, outside of this weekend in Ohio. That's a standalone Xfinity race. Cup Series will be at Sonoma this weekend. Going to New Hampshire, 2 Poconos, Watkins Glen. Well, they already raced at Dover. Yeah, they're not racing at Dover again. They're only racing at Dover one more time. Or, sorry, they were only racing at Dover once this season. That's why they brought Nashville Super Speedway onto the schedule, because that's owned by the same people that own Dover. So they took a Dover race off the schedule to race at Nashville. Dover Incorporated is running Nashville racing. So that's what took part of that. Yeah, nice. Charlotte Roval, fun event. I was there in 2019. Watkins Glen, great facility. That was awesome as well. I haven't been to Pocono yet. I will be there for the doubleheader this year. And yeah, New Hampshire, Richmond, haven't been there either. So a lot of those tracks we've been to, I either haven't gone to or not been to this year. So yeah, have fun. Can't really tell you what to expect at those races exactly. Yeah, next Cup race I'm going to isn't until Father's Day weekend at Nashville. I mean, I guess it's only 3 weeks away. I don't have to wait long.
Careful.
Then I'll be going to Nashville, both Pocono races, and Road America 3 straight weeks. So I'll see literally 4 straight Cup races, considering Pocono's a doubleheader for the Cup Series. Yeah, a lot of the NASCAR YouTube guys are going to that Nashville race, by the way. Anyways, dropped back to 26th after starting 22nd. Again, qualified 25th. Right back around Tommy Joe Martin, so get back inside the top 25 again. Whatever happens here, he definitely has to make sure he stays on the lead lap to the end of this opening stage.
All right, clear outside.
He's been, again, solid on the tracks a mile and less than length. Tracks that have been less than a mile in the length, he's 2 for 2. I should say 1 for 1. We only raced at Bristol. I keep thinking Phoenix is shorter than a mile for whatever reason. Strategy gave us what won him the race at Phoenix.
Outside.
Hopefully we can get to the Chicago race schedule. It's just going to depend how quick this race goes. The more cautious we get, the slower the race pace is going to be. Also, maybe go to Martinsville.
Wow, that's
Justin
fast.
Sozio, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Austin Cindric he is not getting through this
Still there.
traffic that well at all, really, considering Penske racing equipment.
Careful, still there.
I'm trying that middle to upper groove a lot, though. That seems to be costing him. Now they're 3 wide right in front of him, so it doesn't matter what lane he chooses. He's not able to go anywhere, and now we get a caution. Midway through stage 1, caution will wave in this 260-lap race today. Lap 32 will be the sign of the first yellow. Or sorry, 250-lap race, 60 laps in stage 1. So the caution comes out at lap 23. First yellow free pass will go to CJ McLaughlin in 31st. A couple lap cars pitting, but that's going to be it. Everybody on the lead lap is going to stay out. Chase Briscoe continues to lead here at Iowa.
We're going green. Ready. Looking inside now. Careful, still there.
Flag back in the air, 34 laps to go. Schneider, a second time he drove it deep into turn 1 on that outside groove, and the outside just kind of checks up. Having in the back of Ross Chastain.
Stay on the bottom. Stay low, stay low. Hold your line, got one outside. Stay low, stay low. Still there.
Restart and everybody restarting on older tires. This is definitely going to help Schneider. 32 laps to go. Briscoe's got a very fast race car, but we'll see if 99 car can start to get through traffic. I mean, he is 7th in on this restart. He's already up to 14th. Now to the inside of David Starr for 13th. This car's a little on the tight side. You might have to loosen it up a tad bit.
Got a car coming inside now.
Comes Baccarella down low. Schneider going to block him down the front stretch. Doesn't want anybody else to get underneath him if he can help it.
Stay low, stay low. Coming to the cross flag. Halfway.
Halfway through stage 1 that time at the line. These stages are very quick in the Xfinity and Truck Series. This one's flying by even with the one yellow. Just side drafts Anthony Alfredo now, trying to get around him for 10th place. He's going to do it easily in turns 3 and 4. Well, Schneider leads the regular season standings coming into this one.
Careful, still there.
Couldn't quite get underneath Brandon Brown there, too. Well, I guess he did. Drove in pretty deep. I didn't think he was going to be able to stay underneath him, but he got a great drive off regardless. And now he's going to get around Brandon Brown through turns 1 and 2.
Got one down low now.
Brown's got to stay behind him. He couldn't cross him over. Schneider had to stay to the inside of Hemrick in the 68. And Brown couldn't get that car to turn low, and now we get a caution again. Early in stage 2. Stage 1, sorry, our second caution in stage 2 is what I meant to say. And got Matt Mills pitting. Free pass will go to Mike Harmon, and a couple more lap cars are going to hit pit road. Jeff Green calls that first caution of the race, by the way, so we've had 2 cautions in about 11 laps. We're going to rack them and stack them again. Schneider will restart the inside, this time at 9th. First time he'll be on the inside for a restart. And this one will have even less laps to go down in stage 1. Green flag back in the air for Chase Briscoe and the rest of the field. Beautiful launch on that bottom lane. Look at how low Schneider pulls out of line to try and make these moves. Down into turn 1. Oh man, he drove it in deep. He almost flatlined it. He had the left sides down to the apron. Hooks it 3 wide further back off the exit of turn 2. Brown trying to follow Schneider on the inside, and now Schneider goes 3 wide into 3 and 4. Underneath of Ryan Sieg on the outside. The middle lane is held up by Justin Allgaier. Schneider could be up to 4th very shortly. Side by side to the lead. Briscoe loses the bottom. Noah Gregson's underneath him now. Schneider to the inside of Annette for 3rd. Couldn't stay there. He'll try to get into 3 and 4. Briscoe finally gets down to the bottom, but it's after Gregson clears him. Noah Gregson in the lead for the first time today. Schneider clears Annette now off turn 4 for 3rd. Scramble back there for 5th as Allgaier hangs on over Brandon Brown. Harrison Burton's in the mix. Ryan Sieg still back there. Justin Haley all inside the top 10. Gregson to the top. Briscoe continues down to the bottom of the racetrack, and they're side by side for the lead off turn 4. Schneider lurking behind and closing in fast. Drives it deep into turns 1 and 2. Briscoe underneath of Gregson, and Briscoe's going to clear Gregson for the lead. Schneider to the inside of Gregson as well for 2nd. Mills losing a ton of time since moving to the outside. Now Briscoe goes high to block. Gregson in the middle. 3 wide for the lead through 3 and 4. Schneider slides all the way up the racetrack, barely keeps it off the wall. Clears Briscoe. Gregson leads the lap of the line. Schneider tries to side draft him, and Gregson with the block into 1 and 2. Schneider couldn't get underneath him as Briscoe loses a ton of time through turns 1 and 2. Gregson trying to hold on to the clean air. Harrison Burton, meanwhile, up to 4th, getting around Brandon Brown and Justin Allgaier. Ethan, welcome to the stream. Yeah, getting Coke 600 was a lot of fun. I actually enjoyed the race. I heard a lot of people in the YouTube community, at least, create content on YouTube that talked about the race, thought it was boring. If you were there in person, it was awesome. I thought it was better than Dover in person, honestly, just because I felt like there were a lot of battles throughout the pack that maybe Fox didn't show. Again, I couldn't watch the broadcast, so I wouldn't know. That battle for 2nd at the end of the race between Elliott, Elliott, Byron, and Busch, that was awesome because, I mean, the crowd, between Elliott being a fan favorite, Kyle Busch obviously being in the mix, the crowd was into that battle for 2nd. Almost like it was the battle for the win, it seemed like. People were shouting and everything. Which, I mean, if a caution could have came out, that would have been possible to restart on the front row, so it was an important battle. You never know what could have happened. Schneider into 3 and 4, going to take the lead away from Noah Gregson. He'll lead his first lap of the race at the line as he blocks Gregson out through the trial with 16 to go, stage 1. Schneider perhaps trying to get another stage 1 this season. If I remember correctly, it would be on me. Yeah, even though Larson dominated, I thought it was a fun race to watch. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was just the spectacle of the Coke 600. The place was packed. I mean, there were very few empty seats, if at all. They were very nearly sold out. That place seats 89,000 fans. I can guarantee you there were over 80,000 fans there. I think in my section alone, I think I saw and I sat row 28, there was maybe 6, 7, 8 seats that were open sporadically throughout. There were a lot of people there. And I think they would have sold out if they had more time, to buy tickets, because they didn't announce that it was open to full capacity until literally the week before the race. Where I'm sure a lot of people might not have known that it was full capacity. They were allowing full capacity. They saw on TV, oh, that's odd. If they watched it. Great atmosphere. A lot of friendly fans there. It was a great experience for sure. I'm glad I went. Because I had been there for the Roval, but I wasn't going to cross Charlotte completely off the list because I hadn't been there for the 600. And now I can say I've gone to both. So my trips to Charlotte Motor Speedway at least, and going to be done for the meantime. Gotta get to those other tracks I haven't been to. But I think it's well worth going to see the race in person. Because honestly, in person, the race flies by compared to what you might see on TV. Because on TV, the 600's dragged on a lot, I feel like, in the past. But in person, I mean, it honestly didn't feel like the race was nearly 4 hours. I've been to a couple. I've been to Atlanta, 2 Talladega races. Those were the only other, and the Southern 500. Those are the only 500-mile races I've gone to. So I've gone to 4 500-mile races. That was a 600-mile race. And honestly, that one didn't feel much longer than those 2. And honestly, that Talladega race where there were 15 cautions in the fall, I think the 600 was quicker than that because of the 2 red flags in the Talladega race last year that kind of slowed the event down versus there were only 2 cautions per incident here. So it was a very fast race pace with a lot of different battles throughout the pack again that Fox might not have shown. Yeah, Larson pulled away a lot. I mean, there was constant battles all the way through the top 10 all night long. It's fun to watch for sure. The only downside is that Blaney had to pit. I don't know what happened exactly, why he had to pit that extra time in stage 1, but it took him so long just to get back. I think at the end of stage 3, he was finally back on the lead lap. Oh wow, we got some pressure coming on here. 8 laps to go in stage 1. Remember, Matt Mills pitted for fresh tires. There were 30 drivers on the lead lap, and Mills has a shot now to win stage 1. Snyder was kind of pulling away from Bryson Cindric all of a sudden is up to 4th now as well. Didn't drive himself through the field very quickly originally. He is now. Clements has some damage. He's small in 31st. Snyder's going to put him a lap down. Mills is going to get caught behind him off 4, so we're going to have a great battle to the end of stage 1 now. Between Matt Mills and Keegan Schneider. Mills on the outside, getting around Clements. Clements held him up big time. That's going to help Schneider. Mills has fresher tires right now.
Still there. All right.
He's here to close pretty much out of nowhere. Austin Cindric up to 3rd. It's around Noah Gregson. Cindric might have been able to move down to the bottom, and I think that's helped him quite a bit. How impressive would it be for Matt Mills in this small race team if they could steal the stage 1 victory? Go to the outside lane. We seem to be doing much for him there. 5 laps to go now in stage 1. This is about a second behind. He's got to move down to the bottom if he's going to want a chance at Schneider.
Careful.
Might need some help with flat
All right,
traffic.
you're clear.
Schneider didn't catch Castle in the greatest spot there. He's starting to pull away. Mills caught Castle in a bad spot too now. It's going to help Schneider out. Caution comes out now, the stage is going to come to an end. They're not going to be able to restart. Hendricks closing in on Mills. Mills cannot get around Castle to save his life right now.
Still there.
Jesse Little's going to go lap down in 28th. He'll be the first driver lap down if the caution comes out before the end of the stage. If not, he's going to have to hope nobody else is going to go lap down. Cindric is caught and passed Mills for second. Austin Cindric, after starting at the rear, up to second place, and it's only stage one. Fresh tire strategy, although it didn't win Mills the stage. Got up to second. He's back to fourth. Gregson's gotten around him now, or at least is battling it for third. Still going to score Mills stage points where he was, I believe, 18th when he had decided to pit.
Still there.
That's how much fresh tires, man.
All right, you're clear there.
Almost 40 lap fresher tires here at Iowa. Final lap, stage one. Keegan Schneider looking to win a stage at Iowa.
You got room, you're clear there.
Keeping his domination on these short tracks relevant here again today. Schneider will win stage one.
Won that stage, way to go, driver.
And two cautions in the opening stage as well, kind of splitting that strategy up a little bit. We saw a guy like Mills pit. Gregson was able to get back around Cindric for second, it looked like, and then Cindric beat him back to the line. So much for that. So there's the top 10 on the upper left-hand corner of the screen. We've seen pit stops for the first time today. 4 fresh tires. Schneider's going to take a half around a wedge out, and that will be the only adjustment on this 99 team on pit road right here. After the first 60 laps are from day to dusk. Schneider wins the race off pit road, so he'll restart from the lead as well.
Ready?
Earning that playoff point in stage one. Green flag back in the air, and here we go into stage two. I don't see him being able to hold on to the lead for very long. He'll do his best. The track position given. Wow, look at Matt Mills on the outside and Briscoe up the middle out of nowhere, 3 wide. After not finishing in the top 5 in stage one, despite leading the most laps in the opening stage.
Car outside.
And that bad restart put him back in traffic a little bit. He's quickly up to second.
Got a car high now.
Bonsai 3 wide up the middle, move in the center of the corner, and now he's quickly going to get around Matt Mills from 3 and 4 to get to the lead. Coming back to 7th already. Haley with a 3 wide pass down to the bottom from 3 and 4 to move him up a few spots as well.
Car high, careful there.
As far as NASCAR video games go, my best track is
Clear on the bottom there.
I think it's got to be, when you look at the domination we had in the career mode here. Before that, it seems like I run well there.
Got one outside now.
Gregson gets around Briscoe again. Cindric's going to get around him as well. Now Cindric looks low down the back stretch on Gregson. Can't quite get underneath him yet. Schneider's still holding on inside the top 10.
Car outside. Clear high, bud. Got one up
He's
top.
still barely holding on.
You're clear. Wow, that's bad.
Schneider just ran his fastest lap of the race. Justin's got to be doing something right. 10 races in the career mode Cup Series.
Car on the outside now.
I want to see if we can break this record for most wins in Xfinity Series this season. I think that's doable, honestly. So we're about halfway there. We still have a little over half the season to go.
You're clear there.
We're halfway through the regular season. But playoff races, that gives us an extra 7. Yeah, than that.
Outside.
Got 19 races to go after this race concludes here tonight.
Car outside. Hold the line. All right. You're clear
He's
there.
making sure these guys pass him on the outside. He's not giving up the bottom. He's hitting his marks about as well as he can. Yeah, he's lost a lot of time on that restart as well. I mean, he was in fourth at one point there late in stage one.
Inside. All right. Clear low. Car high. Careful there.
Oh my God. I just realized I left my pillows at the hotel. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I glanced over at my bed, I kid you not. And then my heart sank. I left my pillows in the hotel room. Because I already unpacked my suitcase. You're not my car. God bless America. I don't know why. I paused the stream because it was like one of those things like, oh no. Because my bed is to my right. You guys might be able to see some of it in the camera shot on these streams, but I glanced over, my pillows weren't there, and I was like, man, how am I going to sleep? That's going to be a rough night tonight. I'm going to have to go to Walmart and get more after work tomorrow. Well, the NASCAR Fantasy Podcast might not start directly on time tomorrow. I cannot believe I did that. Wow. I always bring my own pillows because I can't sleep with the hotel pillows. Now I got to sleep with no pillows.
All right. You're clear.
Oh, jeez. I cannot believe I did that.
Inside.
Well, it's going to be a rough night of sleep tonight. I can see it already. I have to take some from the couch downstairs or something.
Got one down low now.
So at least I have something. I'm losing spots.
Inside.
Lost the hill. Loose off turn 4. Spider on his outside. He tried to keep it off. Doing a great job. Now he's got Jesse Little on his inside. It's a 3 wide. Well, the Herb's going to try to follow through as well. Little's a lap down right now.
Still there. Car high.
First driver lap down, looking to get
Looking
the
inside
last
now.
stop.
You're all
End of
clear
the
on
stage,
top.
perhaps.
Stay high. Stay high. All right. You're clear there.
Say one if you think you're going to win the championship this year. Say two.
Got one peeking outside.
Yeah, I think we're going to win the championship this year. I mean, we have to. We want to get the Grimo done before the next NASCAR game comes out. I think we have to finish it. Well, I think I could go one more season without winning it, but the problem is if I don't win this season, it takes me 3 years to win an Xfinity championship. All right, then we hop the Cup, but we're going to have to win the Cup Series championship a rookie year to get it done before the next NASCAR game comes out.
Careful. Still there. Pitting car. Just ahead.
Oh, trouble! Jesse Little goes around hard into the outside wall. Contact with the 0 of Jeffrey Earnhardt. Schneider, Austin Hill, Baccarella all missed to the inside. Our third caution of the race. The Cindric out in front. 175 laps to go as we're midway through stage 2.
You're coming to the green. Are you ready now? Got one peeking inside.
Green flag back in the air. Man, I'm not looking forward to sleep. Sleep can be a good thing. I am not looking forward to trying to sleep tonight without any pillows. Or without my pillows. Again, I'll probably just grab some from downstairs, but using the couch pillows isn't going to be the same. They're so small, too. Got a queen-size bed. Sorry, not a queen, a twin. But still.
Car high, careful.
It's terrible. I can't believe I did that.
Still there. Top 3.
I've been traveling to, I mean, this is the 5th year I've gone to NASCAR tracks. 4th year I started traveling to tracks. I've never forgotten my pillows. I don't think I've forgotten anything. No, I forgot a comb one year. I think it was when I went to the Roval in 2019. Coincidentally, when the last time I was at Charlotte, I left my comb at the hotel. And I didn't realize it, and then I got home, I was like, oh, I don't have a comb. So I couldn't comb my hair before I went to work the next day. I had to buy one from Walmart on my lunch break across the street. I don't have one across the street from my work here, so I have to wait till I get off. That's nice. I completely understand if that's comical for you guys, because I just completely paused the stream. It was just one of those, like, I paused it because I had to think about it for a second. I was like, wait a minute. And it just dawned on me that I forgot it. It didn't dawn on me this whole trip. I forgot my golf clubs on the way down there, too. I didn't realize it until I was going to the golf course on Saturday. When I was first rolling into Mooresville area, just north of Charlotte still. I was going to hit their golf course today. I played there once before on the way down to Darlington. That's where I stopped to play golf.
Got one up top.
When we traveled down to the Southern 500 last year. I was going to play golf at that same course. And literally when I was like 10 minutes out from the golf course, it dawned on me. I was like, I forgot my golf clubs at home. So I didn't even get to go golfing when I was gone. Oh my gosh, and then I forgot my pillows on the way back. I triple checked my room to make sure I had everything. And I still forgot my pillows. I took 3 trips. I bought a bunch of souvenirs. I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to leave them there.
You're all clear on top there.
I forgot my pillows.
Inside.
Because I usually put it like a trash bag.
Golf is out. Way
Man, now we got another caution. Count the stage break. We got 5 cautions already today. We're still in stage 2. Gonna have another restart coming our way with Austin Cindric out in front. Free pass is going to go to CJ McLaughlin. Jeremy Clement's going to hit pit road. We saw what wonders that did for Matt Mills back in stage 1 hitting the pits. Jesse Little is out of the race after that accident as well. He was a lap down at the time of the wreck, so he was already off to a terrible start. So we'll restart the inside lane 17. See if he can make up ground this time.
Drive safe, be smart, keep your head on straight. Be ready here. The green flag is in the air.
3 laps to go, stage 2.
All right, you're clear.
Center gains 2 spots on the restart.
Top 3.
I forgot I wasn't even in a rush leaving this morning. I was like, I'll get home by 5, 6 o'clock. I got home about 6:30 because I was stuck in a drive-thru line when I was getting food. Outside of that, the drive was fairly smooth. There was a lot of traffic, but I kind of figured that would be the holiday weekend. It wasn't, terribly slow. It wasn't a traffic jam or anything. But yeah, I wasn't even in a hurry. I don't even know how I forgot it. That just adds to the craziness this weekend, I guess. But again, I'll get into the podcast of what all went down on this trip. It's going to be a memorable one for the right and wrong reasons. It's going to be funny looking back on it. And it already kind of is. Because everything ended up in the end turning out alright. I still made it to the race. I don't know how I forgot my pills either, though. I just can't believe I didn't recognize that when I left her. Like, this whole time. I just now realized it. I can't get over that. Like, I unpacked everything, too, and I never, like... I unpacked everything right before I streamed. I never, like, realized I forgot my pills when I was unpacking either. I just happened to look at my bed. Like, oh, pills. No, I know I left them. I mean, I cleaned my car out.
At the bottom here.
There's nothing in my car.
Still there.
I'm gonna DNF'd out of the race during that last caution. We haven't seen Jeremy Kurtz yet. Well, there he is now, working his way past Chastain up into 14th. Justin Haley is taking his first lead in the race. A lot of lead changes in stage 2. We didn't see that many in stage 1. See a ton of them here with these restarts in the middle of the stage.
Wow, that's fast.
Well, I'm not going back to Charlotte anytime soon, so I don't think I'm gonna go back and pick those pillows up. I guess I gotta get used to new ones.
Alright, you're clear there. Careful, still there.
3 pillows for the hotel, I guess that's what I get for plugging the toilet before I leave.
Still there?
That's a side story I guess I'll tell right now, because I didn't really lead into the crazy weekend. So my hotel, my toilet, I went to the bathroom when I got home from the race last night, and I basically went to bed right when I got back from the track, because I knew I had to drive home today. And it's going to be a late night as it was. Got back, and I plugged the toilet, and I don't know how, you know, it didn't seem like the toilet was going to get plugged, but one way or another it got plugged. I was like, oh, well, shoot. And there wasn't a plunger in the room, so I couldn't, like, unplug it myself. So I just left it. And then when I had to go to the bathroom this morning, when I woke up after I packed everything, before I headed out, I made sure I went to the bathroom, so I had one less stop. You know, I could, drive a little bit for having to stop again. And I went again, and then I tried to flush it, and it started flowing up towards the top. And this was after I took everything out to my car. It was literally the last thing I did. And that might be why I forgot my pillows now that I think about it, because I rushed out of there, because I think that toilet might have flooded. I don't think it flooded over, but it might have flooded over. And if it did, I guess I'll be seeing an extra charge on my email in the next 24 hours if it did overflow. Hopefully it didn't.
Careful, still there. You're all clear up top.
But that might have, now I'm starting to connect the dots a little bit of how I could have forgotten my pillows, and that might be why, because that's the last thing I remember before leaving that hotel. My room key didn't work when I got home from the racetrack last night, and then I was locked out of my room again. The new room key they gave me didn't work when I was cleaning my stuff out, because I had to take multiple trips to my car. I got locked out, so I think between all of that, and the trip in general, because all the crazy things that happened the day before, the 2 days before, my mind was probably just scrambled, and I just wanted to get out of there, I guess. 20 laps to go, stage 2 as Schneider battles Chase Briscoe for 5th on the racetrack. He's going to get around it here. There's a lot turn 2. Austin Cindric took back that lead from Haley. Haley's now back to 3rd. It's like Ryan Seavy's in 2nd place. Ben Rhodes going to make Cup debut at Sonoma. Nice. Justin Haley will be back at Mid-Ohio. Yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be a show between Allmendinger and Cindric for the Xfinity race on Saturday. But hey, hopefully they'll put on a good one. I don't know what the forecast looks like because I just got back into town. I don't even know what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. I haven't really looked at it. I don't know what it's going to be like. Obviously, we know they could race in the rain, so the race will only go on Saturday no matter what. Lap traffic now, right in front of Cindric. First lap car at least going to have a big gap before the next one. Trying to maybe sweep the stages here tonight at Iowa. Closing in on Brandon Jones, 17 to go, stage 2. These laps winding down quick as they always do on short tracks.
You're clear all around, man.
And gets around Jones quickly. Watch the crossover move off turn 2 and ends on the 4th. to the championship last year. It was so much fun. That's awesome. Yeah, I've been to a lot of Crown Jewel. I've been to the Brickyard 400. I'll be there again this year for another Brickyard 400. I've been to the Coke 600, Southern 500. I'll go to the Bristol Night Race this year too. I've been to numerous playoff races. I guess Darlington last year, Talladega last year, and then the Roval. So I've been to a few playoff races too. So I've been to a lot of big races. The only two I haven't been to yet that I still have to hit as far as big races go would be the Daytona 500 and the championship race. And I guess Martinsville this year, I'll be at the second to last race. The penultimate race, the final race of the round, that'll be a big one too. Yeah, I've been to a lot of all the Crown Jewels except for the Daytona 500. Man. Outside of like those other tracks I haven't seen, I've seen a lot. Big NASCAR races. Yeah, Dover's not in the playoffs anymore, so. Obviously, when I went to Dover this year, it was in the spring. I chose to go to Talladega in the spring because I'm already going to Bristol and Martinsville. I figured it would kind of free it up a little bit more to go in the springtime this year, so that's why I went to Dega in April versus in October.
Still there.
Barely clears Justin Bieber down the backstretch. He was still working on him off turn 2, but he didn't get around him for third. He only got to look for a crossover. He got some 3 and 4. Chad ran that middle group. He's going to get a little bit of a run down the front stretch. 11 laps to go, stage 2. Cindric working through a little bit heavier lap traffic now. Yeah, that's the main reason I haven't been to Daytona yet, because like Indy, I'm only 4 hours away. That was one of the first tracks I traveled to outside of Michigan. Kentucky was the first track I went to, then the second track I went to travel-wise in Indy. I started hitting like the closer ones, got to get a feel for it first. But yeah, I'm like 15 hours away from Daytona drive time-wise. Furthest I've driven to a track would be Talladega, Darlington. Those are both 10-hour trips. Charlotte's about 9 hours. I've been to a lot within like 8 hours. Bristol's 8. Nashville's going to be 8 this summer. Proceed with a block. And 3 and 4 trying to hold on to second. Saw me at show. You should have said hi. Yeah, if any of you guys see me at the racetrack, come up. I will not bite.
Alright, you're clear.
Love to see you guys there talking a little NASCAR before the race or after the race. Maybe you'll see me, maybe we'll randomly have seats near each other. I don't know. All for it.
Still there?
Finally gets around right seat. He was working him for a couple laps. Now he's up to second. Only have 6 laps to go in the stage this time by. He's still 3 seconds behind Austin Cindric.
You got room. You're clear there.
The 22 car didn't look so fast early in stage 1. Once he got the track position, we're really starting to see how fast Austin Cindric's car is. He's within sight. Just less than 3 seconds. Difference between these two. But since he's moved down to that bottom and he's gotten the track position, even this late in the run, Schneider's barely closing in on him, if at all.
5 to go, 5 to go.
Getting through the lap traffic very well also.
Careful. Still
5 laps to go on the stage.
Careful, still there. Clear eye, clear eye.
Too far. travel around. I mean, I travel around a lot, so I'll probably go to your local racetrack if I haven't already. He's on pit road smoking. Looks like Tommy Joe Martin's. Blue stay green. Just 2 laps to go at the line this time by. Schneider's cut that lead down to 2 seconds in the lap traffic, but Cindric's not going to catch another lap car for the rest of the stage.
I need 2 more stall laps, bud. Keep it going.
Hurts can pinch him pretty quickly. Cleanly through turns 1 and 2. Schneider came close to sweeping the stages tonight at Iowa, but doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. Final lap for Austin Cindric now in stage 2. Stage break will be the 6th caution total tonight. This had the single races here is 8. The final stage is the longest of the stages, so it's really slowing this race pace down quite a bit. By 2.5 seconds, Austin Cindric will take the stage 2 victory. Tim Irvin, welcome to the stream. Happy Memorial Day, everyone. Indeed. I gotta plug my... I don't want to lose the stream. Laptop's about to die on me. There we go. Up. God. I gotta pause it. I've been having this issue since I left for some reason. I don't know what happened to my charger for my laptop, but it's wanting to come unplugged on me at random times, and I don't know why. Like, I'll plug it in, and it'll just be sitting there, and it'll just come unplugged. Like, it's, like, loose, like, in the battery connector part of it. I need to get that checked out. If that ends up dying at any point, we can't stream anymore, so hopefully we can get that fixed. Trying to save time on pit road. No adjustments to the 99 car this time. 4 fresh tires and a full tank of fuel coming. Austin Cindric again wins stage 2. Yeah, it was awesome. My camera, awesome. I can't wait for that video to be uploaded. I gotta edit everything together. Obviously, with the race being at night last night, I couldn't do any work at the hotel. I went to bed as soon as I got back to the track, or got back from the track last night, because I had a 9-hour drive on the way home today, and as soon as I woke up this morning, I packed my stuff up. I have not had any time to edit any of the things I had videos on during the trip vlog last night. Different places. I'll talk more in depth about it during the NASCAR Fantasy Podcast, but as far as the vlogs itself, don't be surprised if those don't come out until Thursday. I want to get them out before this weekend because I'm going to Mid-Ohio on Saturday for the Xfinity race this weekend. So I'll have another vlog, and that'll be uploaded by Sunday or Monday because I'll be back home that Saturday night. That track's just over an hour and a half away from me, so I'll easily be home that night and probably have it uploaded after the Cup race on Sunday night, so I'll see why I wouldn't be able to. Yeah, happy birthday as well there, Tim. Hope you enjoyed it. Oh, Justin Haley slides into Schneider into turns 3 and 4. Kind of moved him up the racetrack as he was trying to get around him quickly for 10th. That didn't work. Slowed them both down. Somebody who's not slowing down is Austin Cindric. I mean, since he has grabbed that lead, he has taken off in this race. And same thing with stage 3. He nailed that restart. He takes off. He's got the short run. He's got the long run speed. It doesn't matter what it is. 22 car looks fast. And I thought Schneider might have had the fastest car after winning stage 1, gradually getting up there, but he could not catch Cindric in stage 2. Cindric finished 2nd in stage 1, so they both scored 19 stage points. Both got a playoff point apiece as well. They're still hanging on to 10.
Hold your line, got one outside.
2 sets of tires left for this final stage for the 99 crew as well. They will have to pit at least one more time before the end. It's going to be on the border of whether it's going to be a 1 or a 2-stop race tonight. I haven't seen a ton of tire wear. It would seem like these guys wouldn't be able to go full distance. Hill is looking to maybe get back inside the top 10 soon.
Got a car coming inside now. Got a car high now. All clear. Looking inside now. Clear low, bud. Looking inside now. Clear low.
Side by side for 11th. Really was on the top 5 there in stage 1. He must not have had a very good restart. Stage 2.
Got one inside.
Really goes to show he did not have a good restart to stage 3, much like the 99 of Schneider. Had to restart from the lead, couldn't even lead a lap. Winning that race off pit road on Cinder. Alternate the different camera angles for the first time in this race tonight. Really good corner right there.
Stay on the bottom.
Back in on Jeffrey Earnhardt, slides underneath him, couldn't make the pass. Here comes Alfredo on the bottom. Jeffrey Earnhardt is not for position. He is lead. First driver 1 lap down to 20. I mean, I guess I could stream from the PlayStation. That's how I used to stream. The problem with that is my PlayStation doesn't get great Wi-Fi reception like my laptop does. Or as great, so we might have some lagging issues like we used to. Those of you that remember from back in the summer, this last summer at least, prior of the channel, we had some pretty bad laggy streams. Sometimes it would lag out completely and restart the stream. I'd like to not go back to that.
Stay low, stay low. Still there inside.
Ray Black Jr. just moved 99 Schneider out of the way for 14.
Got a car high now. All right, clear outside.
Schneider for 15. Emmerich, another one of those drivers that started at the rear in this, or sorry, no, he started on the pole, my bad. Oh, opposite there. Started on the pole, I don't even think he got a lap led before Briscoe took the lead. It's been all Cinder pretty much since stage 2 started it. Phoebe, welcome to the stream. hope I said that right. If that's not how your name's pronounced, then apologize for that one. Jackson Thomas, welcome on into the stream as well. Just over 100 laps to go tonight at Iowa. NASCAR Xfinity Series action.
Still there.
NASCAR Heat 5 career mode.
Still there. Careful. Still there. You got room. You're clear there.
There's almost 2/3 of the racetrack behind race leader Austin Cindric here in the final stage. Cindric's looking like Kyle Larson in the Coke 600 the other night. Once he gets out into that lead and has that track position, it is tough to get around and even keep up with the
Careful. Still there.
contact with 07. Trying to get back around him. Ray Black didn't move Schneider out of the way, so Schneider
Still there.
was potentially trying to hit him there, but if he got into him, he didn't feel bad about it, I guess. Bump and run to get around it for 14th right back. Justin Haley ran into Schneider as well earlier on that restart. That's for a spot outside the top 10 as well. He currently runs at 10. Brandon Brown and Anthony Alfredo battling for 12 on the racetrack. To go. We'll the camera angles one final time now. 6 cautions total tonight if you want to count the 2 stage breaks, because we've had 2 cautions per incident in each of the first 2 stages. 3 away from having the most in a single race this year. No reason why we can't get there. I guess we've already had in this one. Definitely do. We want to get there. Happen. This race car's got that long run speed. It's around Brandon Brown for 13th on the racetrack. Easily makes the pass. And Alfredo caught behind the lap car there of CJ McLaughlin. For position as well. 100 laps to go now at Iowa. Schneider moves up 2 spots now in 1 and 2, and he's up to 11. Also cleared the lap car of McLaughlin easily on the bottom. Three of those drivers still running around the top. So is Brandon Brown back there, and now finally Alfredo goes down low. He gets around Chastain for position himself. Brown follows him, will also get on by Chastain and McLaughlin. So what team is Ben Rhodes racing for then in Sonoma? I didn't get a chance to see that news.
Careful, still there.
Wide. They're trying to hook that yellow line.
Clear high, bud.
Finally moves up. Still 3 wide right behind Schneider.
Road clear. Clear high, clear high. Looking inside
Very
now.
close, that left rear corner panel over 99. Now he is there. On the inside, down the front stretch.
Careful, still there. Clear down low.
Trying to outdrive him into 1 and 2, but he couldn't get it down to the bottom of trying to do that. Ran that middle upper groove again, and Mills
Clear all around there.
trying to cling on and side draft, but Schneider finally clears him halfway down the backstretch, and into turn 3 gets back down to that yellow line on the bottom. Back to the normal camp for the rest of this race. 96 laps to go tonight at Iowa.
Careful, still there. All right, you're clear there.
Seen in a lot of these short track races this season, mile and shorter racetracks this season, and a lot of drivers going a lap down throughout. Cindric is putting a lot of them lap down here early in stage 3. Slide job off turn 2. Schneider clears. Haley blocks him down the backstretch as well for 8. Took away the slide, didn't want to give it back up immediately, and holds on, and now they can try to drive away from Haley. Who knows if Haley would have gotten back to his inside, they likely would have battled for maybe a couple more corners. Cindric is looking fast here, and Schneider doesn't want to put himself in any danger of going a lap down in the final stage especially. Chat likes little slide jobs get pulled off and they look like that. Perfect.
Careful, still there. All right, you're clear. Still there. All right.
Up to 7. Around Allgaier pretty quickly, and that's what I mean. I mean, Cindric's just that much faster. He's got top 5 speed. He's running 7th. Not bad at all. He's over 3/4 of a track behind the race leader, Austin Cindric. Going to need a caution at some point to even punch back up with it. Only 2 sets of tires left of the 99, so if we do get cautions, they have to be kind of timed out right. 90 laps to go still. I'd like to think with them being just outside the pit window from now, if we got a caution anytime soon, we'd likely end up pitting second to last time. Don't want a short pit here at Iowa. Any short track if you can help it.
All right, you're clear.
Not only going to lose 1 lap, you're in danger of losing 2, especially if we get a caution. Especially if you're this far off the race lead as well, interval-wise. Jackson battled for the lead a lot the first half of the race, as well as Briscoe led a lot of laps in stage 1, 56th. Within reach of Schneider. Schneider's just been Mr. Consistent this year. He's only got 3 finishes outside the top 10 in the first 13 races. That was an 11th at Vegas.
All right,
And
you're
2
clear.
DNFs at Homestead in Mid-Ohio.
Careful, still there. You're all clear up top there.
It took him a half lap at the most to get around Gregson for 6, and he is rolling late in this run. He's kind of, I wouldn't say the gap between him and Cindric is shrinking. I guess it has about a second over the last few laps. It's 18.5 seconds. You're not going to close that up on the green flag run. You're just not. You're really banking on the caution. We're going to have pit stops well before then anyway. Because This can only go at max about 27 to 28 more laps on
You're
fuel.
all clear up top.
The two pit stops we've seen so far today have been at the end of stage 1, the end of stage 2. Pretty tough pit road to get onto. Schneider, Burton split the lap car of McLaughlin to take it 3 wide down the backstretch, and now they're side by side for 5th into 3 and 4. Schneider is going to clear him without a doubt through 3 and 4 that time to get himself back inside the top 5 once again.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear there.
Less than a second behind Briscoe for 4th. We're back. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I scored a lot of bonus points yesterday because I predicted Larson to win. Finally predicted the right winner this season, and then so I would have had Larson as top Chevy as well, plus Chevy going to victory lane, plus Hendrick going to victory lane. So that alone scored me
You're clear there.
4 of the 6 categories for the bonus, and then top 4 I had. I think I had Blaney, and then I had Truex at the top for you, so I didn't get either one of those 2.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear.
They won 1 for 14, or 1 for 15. Sounds so much better than 0 for 15. Finally predicted the winner correctly. So hopefully I can get that more and try to beat last year's score, which was 9. It's off to a rough start this year.
Careful, still there.
As far as picking the winner goes. Fantasy team, that's been good. Advice and all that stuff has been good. The drivers I picked,
Alright,
they run well. They just actually won. 500 was amazing, by the way. Oh, for sure I could bet. Oh, jeez. I was reading the chat. Brushed the wall on the front stretch. It's not going to hurt the car too much. Might have made it a little bit more snug. Yeah, crazy moment for sure. Congrats to Helio Castroneves winning the Indy 500. I wish I could have saw more of the race. I planned on watching the whole thing, but I'll get into the spiel of what happened. I was more worried about trying to make it to the 600, let alone seeing the Indy 500 on TV. Considering I was in Charlotte for the race weekend, but I was able to catch the end of it at least. Exciting finish for sure. Well, I caught a little over half the race, but I didn't catch it from the start.
Got one outside now.
75 laps to go here tonight at Iowa. This should be a 1 pit stop race.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear there.
Schneider's picture is fast. They're gonna need to gain all the time they can, really. Somebody's got a big lead. They don't want to be in danger of going a lap down. Go about another 15 laps on fuel yet. Yeah, I heard there was a lot of bad stuff with the broadcast, and there was a lot of stuff that people thought the race was boring and stuff too. In person, I thought the race was awesome. I thought the race was good. It wasn't a classic by any means.
Still there?
You could feel the prestige of the race when you're there in person. I mean, you really can with the full crowd. And I mean, again, that place was packed to the gills. And not only that, but I mean, all the festivities and stuff going on beforehand, it just felt like a big deal. There were a lot of great battles in traffic, within the top 10, just not so much for the lead. And there were good battles for the lead at times. A lot of it was because of lap traffic, but Elliott and Larson had a couple good battles in the race. There was that pit strategy at the end of stage 2, I believe, with that Kurt Busch caution that there was that was probably the craziest restart we had the whole race.
Go easy on the tires.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of good battles throughout. TV probably just didn't pick up on it.
Car on the outside.
They tend to not do that.
All right,
I've noticed. Schneider's definitely starting to pull away from Cindric at this point in the run. It's too little too late. Cindric has put himself out there by quite a bit. Schneider going to make the pass for third into 1 and 2, trapping Seed behind the lap car at Baccarella. Schneider's up to third. Austin Cindric leads Michael Annett by about 13 seconds. I mean, he is just absolutely dominating this race. He's led the most laps. Won the last stage, led nearly every lap in stage 2. He's led every lap so far in stage 3. We have just 68 laps to go. It is tough to try and knock off this 22 car tonight. He has lapped so many cars. It's possible he could have lapped up to the 4th or 5th place cars of C. Briscoe, and I think C has a problem somewhere around the racetrack. He has quickly dropped outside the top 5, and his interval is changing quite a bit. They continue to stay green, though. It could be a scheduled pit stop as well. There he is on pit road. I think it's a little early. We've seen Schneider, compared to a lot of other drivers, save his tires. Just have to wait and see.
See if we can manage our tire wear a little, all right?
Yeah, exactly. People are talking about the dominance of Hendrick, and rightfully so, but, I mean, RCR, both cars were in the top 10 for most of the day, running like 6th to 10th the whole race. For sure. Yeah, it was a Chevy dominated race, that's for sure. But then if you look at the Ganassi side of things, I mean, Chastain looked fast early. He was in the top 10 a lot in stage 1, but then he had that same issue Kurt Busch had. Kurt Busch failed to finish the race, and Chastain finished at the lead like 41 laps down.
Go easy on the
tires.
tires.
Garage at one point, back on the track. Kurt couldn't finish though, but Chastain was finished the race.
All right, you're
Yeah, even the 42 car had a little bit of speed. Kurt didn't look that fast. He was running like 15 to 20 up in the race regardless. He's just been struggling a ton this year for whatever
all
reason.
right, clear outside.
There's Michael Annett, second place. Schneider's closing in fast. He can only go a couple more laps on fuel. Right front tires down to 4%, right rear down to 17. 62 laps to go. These guys are easily going to make it to the end on fuel and tires. Schneider to the outside of Michael Annett for second place. You know he's not going to pit this lap. He's going to go right in between the Junior Motorsport Chevrolets. Black car ball guy on the outside. Mike Harmon might get in the way now on turn 4. They're going to split him as well. Schneider almost slid into the wall off 4. That was a close call. Stays on the gas. He was battling that one car hard. He needs to get down to the bottom because Schneider wants to pit this lap, and he clears Annette into turn 3 for second. Schneider's coming on to pit road right now. So is Michael Annette.
Back it down.
Schneider almost missed the pits, and that was a close call. I don't believe he sped. I think the speed limit was 45 miles an hour, but boy, he was close to missing the pits. Very tough entry onto pit road at this racetrack, and that was not easy by any means. Schneider's going to try to save time, not repair damage during this final pit stop of the day if this goes green all the way to the end. Raced at Iowa in the Truck Series. Got a hot seat offer. NASCAR heats. Nice. There's 100% accuracy and speed pit crew. Huge step up from where they were for most of the year last year. 13.3 second stop. They came in right in front of Michael Annette. I'll tell you what, Schneider carried about as much speed as he could getting onto pit road, speaking that he almost missed the pits, but he got down. Austin Cindric's still out on the racetrack. Schneider's got 4 fresh Goodyears right now, and you'd have to assume he's starting to gain some of that time back. And actually, no, Cindric is already pitted, my bad. He's showing him 9 seconds ahead of Schneider's. Yeah, Schneider has closed that gap. 9 seconds, it probably is.
20 cars just ahead.
He's not good on the short runs. Every long run, there's a short run. We've got 2 of them in this case.
Car there on the
These guys just
outside.
pitted.
All right, you're clear. Car outside.
Under green.
All clear.
Chastain had an oil valve issue before pit push. Yeah, those 2 cars look pretty slow. Did anybody else maybe notice, they might not have picked it up like on the cameras, the 53, I think Cody Ware was in that car this weekend. Yeah, the Rick Ware cars, I don't know why they always swap drivers in different rides every week, even though they got the same rotation driver. Anyway, Joey Gates was in the 53 this week, and that final stage, for whatever reason, the last 2 pit stops, so after the pit stops during the stage break and at the end of stage 3, and then during the green flag stops, that car was sparking a lot. Like, he was dragging a ton. Nobody else was dragging on the racetrack. There was a couple times I looked, I thought somebody was wrecking out of the corner of my eye, but no, it was just Joey Gase sparking off turn 4 every time. Because we were sitting on the front stretch, like right towards the entry of pit 4. Or I should say I was. I'm by myself this weekend, but yeah, it's crazy. Sonoma sold out tickets. Sold out for their, I would assume they're not doing full capacity. I mean, if California's doing full capacity, every place is going to be doing full capacity here before long. Michael Annette just got around Schneider that last lap, by the way, for second in place. Big gap back to Chase Briscoe, 11.5 seconds for Schneider's in third for the moment. And he was just in front of Annette. That caution wave. Came out 9 seconds behind Cindric. He's lost 2.5, nearly 3 seconds on Cindric already in about 8 laps. Not full capacity, gotcha. I didn't think that they were going to allow that. State of California. California, Michigan, New York, those have been like what it seemed like, the 3 states that have been like the toughest. Picking stuff up. Yeah, definitely looked pretty good watching second half of that Indy 500 on TV. It was loud and awesome. I love to hear. Oh, Dine-In opening back up. Pennsylvania. Yeah, we've had dine-ins opened up but like all the fast food restaurants, you can't go inside anymore. I've noticed that it's been like that out of city too. Traveling to these speed NASCAR tracks this year, it's still like that for whatever reason. Most places, not all places. Oh, not at all. Nice, gotcha. Field's basically banking on a caution in this final stage if anybody's going to catch Austin Cindric here. Schneider's got an extra set of tires left in the end. You got to assume there are so many drivers a lap down right now that even if we did get a caution, we're not going to have that many fighting for the win. Everybody pits, it's going to be huge. Huge advantage. What though, Cindric definitely deserves this win. You can't put more of a beating on the field than what Cindric has done here today.
Hold your line, got one inside.
Compared it to a Kyle Larson 2021 like beating. We just got to see if he can seal the deal. Larson was able to do the other night in the Coke 600. Well, last night, man, I keep forgetting this. See, it does not feel like less than 24 hours ago I was watching the Coke 600 and now I'm at home
Caution.
for 9-hour drive. And there's the caution we were waiting for with 45 laps to go. Just our seventh of the race, first of the final stage. Freedom, awesome. Yeah, full capacity expected for the Pocono races as well. I remember seeing that. Awesome. Ryan Sieg will get the free pass at 7th. Schneider's going to hit pit road right here, right now. And no adjustments on this 99 car as well. It'll be the final set of tires going on the race car. Watching the 2001 race at Finian Raceway. Wasn't that the one that Robbie Gordon tried to block
Coming to the green.
Kevin Harvick when he was a lap down? Or was that 2000? Was it 2000? Green flag back in the air. Oh, Cindric's out of the race. Wow, the race leader brought out the caution. Austin Cindric's nowhere to be found. Michael Annett is the one who restarts from the lead. Schneider gains 2 spots. I was wondering how he restarted 5th and not 6th. Now Briscoe's going for the lead on Michael Annett. Can't clear. So Austin Cindric, who dominated the day, pretty much had the race in the bag. Rex, his day is done. All on his own with about a little over 40 to go, 45 to go at the time of the yellow. And Chase Briscoe's back out in front. With Annett in second, Schneider trying to hang on to third on Haley.
Careful, still there.
How are you already? Yeah, I have to work tomorrow, so I had to be back today. I drove back. I slept a lot, though, on Saturday. I went to bed at like 9:30 Saturday night and didn't wake up till like 7:30 Sunday morning because I knew it was going to be, you know, a 9-hour drive home.
Got a car coming inside now.
The day after the race, and that's one thing, you know, I've done it the day after the race before. It's another thing when it's a night race and you gotta be back versus, you know, day race. You can maybe start heading home for a couple hours, take a couple hours out of the trip the next day, or, you know, you just get back to the hotel and you sleep, you know, for an extra couple hours. But yeah, I didn't get that opportunity. Went to bed at like quarter until midnight last night. Woke up at 7:30 again today and left.
Still there?
proof anything can happen in a full race indeed. Brandon Jones, first car lap down at 7, just got around Schneider. Schneider's got fresher tires right now. He doesn't have that track position. That clean air goes to Chase Briscoe. We mentioned it, if you count this race, will be 47 races since Chase Briscoe's last win on the NASCAR Heat 5 career mode in the Xfinity Series. Can he break that long-awaited winless streak here tonight? 36 laps away. It's so close so many times this season alone. He's trying to race Schneider for that regular season championship as well, so this win would go a long way to helping him there, considering Schneider tied for the most stage points with Cindric. Cindric will unofficially be scored in the 33rd position.
Careful, still there.
Back to the inside of Jones, trying to make this quick on the lapper.
Stay low.
Jones needs to stay in front of Justin Haley, though. Hang on for 7 for that free pass spot. Haley kind of moves up the track a little bit. Schneider had the lift. Falling line behind. Here comes Gregson down on the bottom now for 3rd. Schneider slipped up the racetrack, had to lift out of the throttle. Gregson gets around it. Really kind of got held up a little bit behind him. Gregson got really tight into 3 and 4. Schneider with a slide job into the corner. Contact with Gregson and they put each other in the wall. Well, I should say Schneider put Gregson in the wall.
Clear high, bud.
Well, he didn't clear him there. I'm sure Gregson didn't appreciate that. Yeah, it'd be 31 races. Oh, yeah, you're right. 44. Do my math. Yeah, 32 races last season. This is 14 this year. So, yeah, it'd be a 44. It'd be 45 race winless streak. Briscoe came to the victory lane today, and Michael Annett just passed Briscoe off turn 4 for the race lead. Schneider is struggling in traffic right now, despite having about 15 lap pressure tires.
Stay low.
This does go green to the end. The leaders will catch lap traffic. They keep battling with each other. It's going to allow Schneider to close in as well.
Still there?
Briscoe got past, but he's not going anywhere. He's still within about 2 car lengths of the lead. Schneider quickly gets around Justin Haley. Haley trying to cross back over on him. Schneider pulls the block down the back straightaway. 29 to go at the line this time. The laps are counting down quick to 99. We'll save the Chicagoland live stream for tomorrow. I want to make sure I get enough sleep tonight. My long day, long weekend. Gonna make my way to work tomorrow. But we'll have the NASCAR Fantasy Podcast breaking down the trip in full, as well as the Coke 600, Indy 500 in full. And we'll talk about my predictions, which never, happened on the predictions video, but I'll talk about the predictions I had. They came to be still. And again, I'll explain why there wasn't a predictions video tomorrow on the podcast.
Still there?
3 and 4 gets around Brandon Jones, slides up in front of him, but Jones going to cross him back over off turn 4 to the inside. They're trying to side draft him.
Careful, still there.
Jones is going to clear. Schneider going to pull off a double cross to get back to the inside of Jones into 3 and 4 again.
All right, you're clear.
Clears in. Haley to the inside of Jones for position. They battle for 7th for the free pass. And that is slowly pulling Briscoe. He's about a half a second ahead of him now. So just about to get into lap traffic. First time since we went back green. Caught behind a lap car going into turn 1. That car finally lets him go. Just 25 more laps here tonight to decide who will win the first of 2 races at Iowa this season. I don't even know why I hit the wall right there. Middle of the front stretch. Schneider, just a tad bit of time that he could definitely need in these later laps. I thought it was a guaranteed victory taking those fresh tires, and it just doesn't seem to be the case. Still 23 to go. He is not closing in. That's how much the track position really meant here tonight at Iowa, especially. This race is turned from dusk to pretty much completely dark now. And we have another caution. Our 8th of the race. Free pass goes to Justin Haley. With 23 laps to go. We'll restart with about 19 laps left. Looks like all guys are going to pit, but everybody lead lap is going to stay out. So this will bunch everybody back up another time. We've seen some crazy restarts already tonight. We saw 4 wide a couple times. We will see it again. Green flag back in the air at Iowa. Schneider gets a launch. He's going to go 3 wide for the lead into turn 1. Trying to take the advantage, and he does. Clear. Gregson the second, right behind him. Gregson restarted 4th on that outside groove. Now he gets tight into 3 and 4, goes high again. Annette back to 2nd place quickly. We'll see if he can run Schneider back down. And now Schneider's the one with the clean air and 18 laps to go. First time he has led a green flag lap since he won stage 1. And with the best car in the race out of Cindric wrecking late, dominating this one, it has opened the door for the 99 team to try and go to victory lane again this season. Unbelievable how things have just completely fallen their way this year. Briscoe trying to battle to the inside of Annette for 2nd place. They're side by side through turns 1 and 2. Ooh, Schneider overran the corner. He's in the wall off turn 2. Couldn't get off of it either. That was a big mistake. Brings him right back into it again. He still holds on to the lead. Briscoe now to 2nd, trying to break the 44 race losing streak. Into 1 and 2. Again, Schneider overruns turns 1 and 2 for the 2nd straight time. Briscoe gonna get underneath him, and they're side by side for the lead. Schneider's car is really tight. After he got into the wall, he could not get that car pinned to the bottom. And it's Chase Briscoe back out in front with 15 to go. Schneider sends it to the bottom into 1 and 2. He gets into Briscoe. And Annette's still losing time. 99 car is super tight. Drives hard into 1 and 2. Actually got it to stick that time. Nearly locked the brakes up. And he's underneath Briscoe, trying to side draft him down the back straightaway. Sends it into 3 and 4. Briscoe got a little loose. Saw those rear tires chatter. Schneider slides up in front and clear off 4 again. 13 to go. Schneider just cannot grip the bottom lane, especially 1 and 2. A lot wider than what he wants. Briscoe couldn't get it underneath him that time. Annette trying to get back underneath Briscoe. Briscoe with the block. Looks low. Schneider going to block him as well. 12 laps left. Briscoe drives it deep into 1 and 2. Schneider easily beats him back to the gas. A car length gap now into turns 3 and 4. It's a 3-car battle for the win. You have to expect Cindric to just be pulling away right now if he was still in this race, but he's not. race as well as you can throughout. Put yourself in the best position in case something like that happens. That's exactly what these three did here tonight. Ryan has given them a chance to win late.
Keep digging. 10 to go.
Justin Allgaier on fresh tires, by the way, back there. Now, he is a lap down, but if he unlaps himself when we get another caution late, look out for Allgaier on a late race restart. Quickly drives underneath his teammate, down to the inside of Briscoe as well. 9 to go. Really drove 1 and 2. Top side. First car lap down, but remember you have to restart the rear of the field. He gets the free pass. Schneider wants to keep him a lap down. We have seen late race yellows a lot this season. A few overtime restarts as well this year. Rocket Allgaier, and that meanwhile back up to second place on Briscoe.
Still there inside.
7 laps to go. The 7 keeps racing the heck out of the 99, and that's going to bring Allgaier and Briscoe back into it again, which that looks like it is the case. Jason Gaines, welcome to the stream. Got loose off turn 4 that time, trying to keep that car pinned to the bottom. 6 laps to go. Here comes Michael Annette. Back at it again. Well, that's one thing that Allgaier can do racing right there is help his teammate get back into it. Allgaier again looks low. Can't get it done. Annette to the outside of Allgaier into turns 3 and 4. 5 laps to go here at Iowa. More lap traffic in the way, perhaps. They go high. Schneider kind of overruns turns 1 and 2 a little bit again, and Allgaier's back on the lead, lap in 8. Oh, Schneider's got that car in front of him. That's going to affect the aero push in the corners. 4 to go. Got to hit his marks. Using every crevice of this racetrack right now. Around Fincham cleanly. Oh, Michael Annette caught Fincham in a terrible spot off turn 4. 3 laps to go. Allows Briscoe to get to the back bumper of Annette now through 1 and 2. Desperately wants to get to that white flag. He does not want to give Allgaier a shot to win this, or anybody else on another restart late. 2 to go.
Alrighty, 2 more good laps for you.
3 of the 4 races on a mile or shorter. Schneider will go to victory lane if he can do that again tonight at Iowa. Short tracks have been a specialty this season. Top 5 at the only other racetrack at Dover is a mile or less away. He's going to get there. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. Just over 1 second lead to Michael Annette and Chase Briscoe. About 6.5 seconds back to Harrison Burton in 4th, and Gregson rounds out the top 5 at about 8 seconds out the lead. Got traffic in front of Schneider, but he's got a decent-sized lead into the final corner. Checkered flag is going to wave off turn 4. Keegan Schneider is going to win again this season. It'll come at Iowa. And I believe this is career win number 10.
Good driver.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series. Keegan Schneider, and I believe the 6th of the season. What a year. Trying to chase after that record that Briscoe set last season. He's only 4 away from having that record all of a sudden. stage win in there as well. It's a little milestone number. I know it's just the Xfinity Series, but 10 wins, that's awesome. At 13 of the Truck Series, we got a good shot to win more races in our Xfinity career than our Truck Series career. Granted, we had one extra season because I didn't win the championship last year. Main reason why we were going to get there. We only had 4 last season. 1 year in trucks at 15. Brandon Jones finishes first car lap down 9th in the top 8. Finish on the lead lap. Gets Schneider with the win. Got a stage win in there as well. Michael Annett second. Briscoe third. Burton fourth. Haley rounds out the top 5 past Gregson on the last lap. Gregson finishes 6th. Sieg 7th. We saw Allgaier get his lap back and late finish 8th. Reggie Jones 9th and Daniel Hemrick. Pole sitter rounds out the top 10. It's a good rally because he was outside the top 15 there for a little bit. 4 DNFs tonight. Jeff Green, Jesse Little. We saw his crash earlier in stage 2. Tommy Joe Martins and Austin Cindric, who won stage 2 and led the most laps. Dominated the race with 45 laps to go. He wrecks while leading. And not just leading, he had an 11.5-second lead at the time of him wrecking over Michael Annett. Had as big of a 13-second lead at one point in that final stage as well. And yep, 6th win of the year. Career win number 10. 39 playoff points now. I'm telling you, we need to win this championship. And we need to get locked into the championship 4 before Martinsville because I don't want to spend the extra money on a short track chassis if I don't have to. So these playoff points definitely helping me out a ton. Chase Briscoe still second. Got to win the regular season championship. That'll help. 15 playoff points are awarded for the regular season champ. Currently, Schneider has a 45-point lead on Briscoe. Briscoe closed in after Schneider DNF'd at Mid-Ohio a couple races ago, but now back-to-back wins at Michigan and Iowa can help him pull back away once again. That's possible. Cindric led 124 of the 250 laps, nearly half the race. He started at the back, remember, too. Kind of struggled in traffic on the initial start, but by the end of stage 1, he still got up to second behind Schneider. And then once he got to the lead on that restart in stage 2, he was gone from the word go. And man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, race got done a little later tonight. Started it at 8. I mean, we started at a good time. But we'll run Chicagoland tomorrow night on the channel. We'll also have the NASCAR Fantasy Podcast on the channel tomorrow as well. A lot of fun coming your way. Take a look at the shop, everything there. Simulate that, get a little extra money coming our way. I don't think we're going to have enough to purchase or get our aero department up to a 95 before the next race. Chicagoland tomorrow. No, not quite. We need just over $1 million. Ideally, after this next race, I think we should be able to get there. So we should have a 95 by the second to next race. Coke 600, just under 4 hours, yeah. I don't think he's watching right now, but there is somebody in the chat that every time we talk about the Coke 600, he says the Coke 600 always takes 6 hours. I think yesterday proved the fact wrong. It does, if there's red flags throughout the course of the race, it can take 6 hours, and there has been a couple that have taken that long because of a bunch of accidents. I think the 2005 one really stands out to that, and record for most cautions. It's going to be a long race no matter how long the length is, but yeah. All right. So Chicagoland, Pocono, Indy, Kentucky, New Hampshire. This was our worst part of the schedule last season. Iowa was mixed in there last year, but that's because we didn't have a short track chassis for the whole season. So remember, we didn't get that short track chassis till this year. We didn't even use it at Martinsville. So never had a short track chassis last year that I used at least, and that's why Iowa was thrown on there, because I think Iowa was on the back half of New Hampshire as well. So we'll see. This is the toughest part of the schedule, but we have 2 Speedway chassis. That's going to help a ton. This first one's already maxed out, ready to go. We'll use car 5 in the garage for Chicagoland. Pocono, our car is going to be maxed out. This one right here, no problem. Short track chassis worked on as well. Get this speedway chassis ready to rock and roll. Or road course chassis, excuse me, ready to rock and roll. Yeah, we have way too many aero specialists. I don't know how I even hired that many without... oh, well. Guess I was going to have one extra of any of them. Should have hired an extra engine. One more race. No, I wish I could. I really want to run another one, especially with not being able to stream the last few days. But, guys, I just got back from a 9-hour drive. Literally an hour before starting tonight's stream. And I got to work tomorrow and the next day yet. I got to get up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. So, I'm going to hit the hay here. I don't have a pillow either for tonight. At least a nice one. So, I might struggle with getting the Z's tonight. But we'll see. I will be back Chicagoland tomorrow. NASCAR Fantasy Podcast will be before that tomorrow. Definitely tune in for that one again. I'll go in depth with the Coke 600, the time, the epic journey I had, and the craziness that ensued on almost missing the race on Sunday. You don't want to miss a thing. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Road to 1,000 subs, and the road to becoming a NASCAR commentator in the future as well. Thanks for your support as always. Keeping the drive on, that's for sure. You guys help me out a ton. I will see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night.